Welcome to Max Corner and what is going to be the third attempt to try and get a quality Let's Play video done of Portal Knight. If you happen to have seen the first two, I apologize. I have no idea what was going on with the audio, but I believe I've got it fixed now. And so I've gone ahead and taken those posts off, because if there's nothing I despise more, it's running into poor quality products that are being advertised, which is kind of what happened to you. And if there's a way I can make it up to you, let me know. If not, I'm going to do my best here and drive on. I kind of felt like I was back in college, to be honest with you, and submitted like a draft paper on accident to a professor. So it was unprofessional. I'm trying to fix it, and thank you for your understanding. So the first time I was a warrior, the second time I was a ranger, and just to provide a different kind of experience for myself at least, I'm going to do it as a mage this time. Also, it's kind of difficult to kind of do what I do and how I do it when I'm on the third playthrough. So mostly for my own reasons, I'm not going to be doing a lot of explaining like I typically do, and a lot of walking around, which some people like it, some people don't. I usually try to do that because most people like it, but quite frankly, saying the same stuff over and over kind of does get old after a while. Anyways, so key points though, it is, I'm playing a private. If you have friends, you can play with friends and on a local network, which is really awesome. I am not sure if they're going to support any kind of uh, network play via like a public server. Oops, and I hit the wrong button. So yes, play. So this is the universe I created. One of the things cool is even if you make a new character, you can play in another universe. So I find that neat, and that probably goes along with kind of how they're going to do it. But we'll create a new universe. It's going to start us in the tutorial. And I might go longer in this Let's Play than I really... well, we'll see. If you want to read this... Okay. I'm not going to leave the words out very long. If you want to read it, then obviously feel free to pause it. I mean, it's with anything else in games like this. I'm sure the story's nice, but it's not exactly critical to what's going on. All right, so first impressions that I can tell you from my playthrough so far absolutely continue throughout the game. Absolutely gorgeous. I like the design choice. I like how they designed it. And okay, the wand's pretty nice, actually. I'm going to limb here and say he's high DPS, but probably can't take too many hits. So first thing we're going to do is head over to this farm. We'll get some quests, and instead of going into details in the quest like I kind of did before, just kind of watch, and I'll talk as we do this. Mostly though, I'm just impressed. Oops, very much impressed with the presentation, just the way it looks. Whoever they had design it just did a really great job of keeping things kind of nice, pleasurable. And with a design that is computer graphics developed, I think this design choice will keep this relevant for a long time. Minecraft was neat, and just a heads up, of course, I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons to Minecraft, because it's obviously where this game was inspired by, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some of the best games were inspired by other great games. But obviously it's going to be a comparison that I'm going to be making a lot, and we'll leave it at that. As I was saying, though, in Minecraft, as much as I enjoyed the game, and I knew initially just kind of its really highly pixelated stuff was, one, necessary, because the developer, when he started, he wasn't, the super successful guy he was, and he had to go with what he could work with. And it just kind of was a neat little mechanic that has become Minecraft. But it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, and I'm glad to see that they've updated the visuals. And in a style that even 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you're still playing, hypothetically, I think it's still going to look nice, because it's very good. Let's upgrade our workbench. Craft some apprentice robes. Well, before we can do that, we need to get some more cotton. I don't think we got it. Well, let's try. We might have got some more cotton. Another thing I like about this that's different from Minecraft is I like how you don't have to hunt down crafting recipes. They're all there for you. And I know that a lot of hardcore Minecraft people are going to say, oh, blasphemy.
My response to that is, look, I mean, there are some artists of the hardcore who may enjoy trying out different stuff and coming out with different crafting recipes, but I'm not one of those people, and frankly, I don't think most internet people are one of those people. Or most gamers, I mean. Most of your... And I wouldn't consider myself a casual gamer. I mean, I'm somewhere in the middle, as I think I've said a million times before, between hardcore and casual. And quite simply, I didn't have the time, patience, or inclination to try and figure out the Minecraft crafting situation on its own, and because of that, really wasn't able to enjoy the game as much as I could have when it first came out. And I didn't enjoy it until all the other people went through all the trouble of finding it out for me, and I looked it up online. But then that begs the question, with the modern internet, or just the internet in general being what it is, and knowing that within a week, if not less, at this point in internet and gaming history, all the answers are going to be online if you want them. So knowing that, I just don't see the point of forcing anyone to have to leave the game, kind of unimmerse yourself from the experience, to look up crafting recipes, as opposed to just the dev going, just put it in there on its own. And I'm glad to see the developers here have done that too. And also keep in mind, okay, so all these blocks, just like Minecraft, are breakable, and it's going to be a lot of fun to be in this world with other players, I really believe, even though we're not going to test that right now. And what I'm looking for, by the way, is some cotton. So I got all that cotton that was over here, and now I'm looking for some more cotton. And once again, I spent a lot of time talking mechanics last time, and I just am not in the mood to do it again, so I'm sorry. So I'm going to kind of take this Let's Play in a different direction than I typically do, and you can kind of learn by watching, and I'm just going to talk. So hopefully I talk about stuff you've at least moderately interested in, or mildly interested in. Okay, so another neat thing about the game, though, is each of these worlds is on a little island area. So another differentiation from Minecraft that I really enjoy is if you look out there, I mean, it's just an island floating in the sky, essentially. Which, I know some hardcore Minecraft players are probably going to be like, what? You know, I don't say upset might be a strong word, but I appreciate that design choice. The reason being that it's very hard to create a good kind of story and an interest and keep an environment interesting if it's procedurally generated to this huge degree. Because no matter what you do, procedural generation means you can make something big. It doesn't mean you can make it interesting. And by containing the space, I really am thinking and hoping the developers are going to be doing stuff to make it interesting. And from what I've observed so far, they're absolutely going down that route. I don't know why I keep doing that, so I need to click on here. Which I'm really happy about. Now we have mana. What I'm not sure about is, do we have spells? And if we have spells, I'm not sure how to cast them. So that might, and as I said, this is my first time playing a wizard, so that might be something useful to learn, because I'm assuming that blue stuff up there is mana. As of yet, I have not seen any thirst or hunger mechanics, which, once again, I love. Because in a game like this, you want to play, you want to fight stuff, you want to build stuff. Sorry. And what you don't want to do, well, at least me, I never liked keeping up with having to make sure I was full, all the time. It just got annoying. I don't need things super simple. I do like a certain level of complexity and thoughtfulness, but anything that gets into a grind annoys me. In fact, I really wish they'd get rid of the durability situation here, which in some ways they kind of do. So as you'll see, if the wand runs out of durability, it's not going to break. I can still use it. It's just when the durability's gone, it's less effective. So I guess they've kind of found a happy middle with that, which is fine. I think that's a good design choice. But, in games where durability is an issue, it's just always, I just don't want to be checking durability every 5-10 minutes, and then I'll forget about it, and, and the question is, does that add to the gaming experience or take away from it? I would argue most cases it takes away from it. Not necessarily a lot, but I think it does. You, of course, are free to disagree, and if you do, feel free to comment in the comment section. I love hearing advice, comments, opinions on pretty much anything and everything. As long as you are talking sincerely and you mean what you say, then by all means say what you mean, and you're not going to offend me in the slightest. And in fact, even if you're just kind of a jerk, you're still not going to offend me because I don't get. It's really hard to upset me. I don't get upset too easily. Okay, so that's stone. I'm gonna hit. All right, so one thing about it is I was wanting to hit the stone, but he automatically shoots at the bad guys nearby, which I can see is kind of a good thing, but I can see in certain situations where that might cause some problems potentially. We got some earth there. So this is just kind of the tutorial stage, by the way. So, but you get a general idea of how it works. I mean, it's a great kind of little introduction. Okay, and we'll probably put another wand here before we leave if we can too. I'm not 100% sure that the bow and arrow plays similar to the wand. I'm sure there's some differences. I can't tell you quite offhand exactly what those differences are right now. The real difference is between the sword and the ranged weapons. And I've, at least so far, found the ranged weapons to be substantially safer and easier to use. So we're going to get our stone pickaxe, and as I'll show you here in a little bit, I'm not quite sure what the big difference is between the... Or, you know, it's not that much more effective than the sword or the bow or anything like that, to be honest with you. Okay, those are portal blocks. You'll see why I'm getting those here in a little bit. I'm looking to make cloth. What am I doing wrong here? Alright. Oh, there we go. I'm being silly. I thought we had. Did we not? I thought we had gotten some cotton. Oh, only 3. Oh, we do have 5 cloth, though, so... What exactly is the issue here? Okay, there we go. I don't know why that happened. But we'll get the gloves. And now we'll make ourselves our hood. And wow, we look like a real wizard now, I think, by the time we're done. Well, let's find out. Put on our hat. All right, and one of the things I love about this game too is the characters are very cute. And you know, you can make fun of me for saying that, but men can say something's cute, and it is. These are cute little characters. And I've been to war, so I could say it's cute, and you can't tell me anything wrong with it. I'm just kidding. I mean, I have been, but yeah. So anyways, but I like the character models. It is kind of adorable, and as I said, very pleasant. And I'm really looking forward to being able to play with other people at some point. Oh, and I forgot to make a wand, didn't I? I was like, oh. So as you can see, you can still use weapons, but you know, 5, 5, 4, and after I upgrade, you'll see. But you know, it is far less effective than once it's, you know, and I like that. So you're never going to find yourself, I'm assuming, in a situation where you can't defend yourself because it broke. But it's obviously going to be a lot harder. Let's see. Can we build them? What do we need? Oh, one of these raw electro quartzes. I don't recall any of those being on this level, to be perfectly honest with you. I think there's some on the next one. I don't recall seeing any here, however. Okay, tree. Just want to get a little more wood. Because one of the things I learned the hard way too is when you go to the next world, I could not find any wood for the life of me. It was causing all sorts of problems because I couldn't make a workbench. So that was kind of a... And I couldn't figure out how to get back here either. So hopefully they'll do something to kind of work on that. Did I die? What happened? Was I not paying attention? Whoa, what? Oh, okay. Did I hit the mouse button? Okay, what is... Alright, I gotta be honest. I am not sure what is exactly going on here. I'm not sure I did that. So I pressed the middle woohoo! Early access glitch for the win? Is that what's going on? I'm pushing the middle mouse button, and that's first person. Okay, so that is obviously first person. Kill! All right. This is new. This is not happening before. So I push the mouse button again, and I go back to what should be third-person mode. And okay, I see my little dust prints, but I don't see me. And I don't think I cast an invisibility spell. Well, I don't want to see. I don't want to shoot that. I want to shoot this. Don't recall shooting an invisibility spell. So that's all right though. We'll drive on. It might be a little harder if I do that.